Good morning, everyone. Today we are discussing about new topic: power of accommodation. Power of accommodation. So it is from we have to observe the vision of eye. So how much power for a normal person to be achieved to see the objects are distinct or near by the lens. See here. The eye lens is composed of a fibrous jelly-like material. Its curvature can be modified to some extent by the ciliary muscles. The change in the curvature of eye lens can thus change its focal length. So, whenever change the curvature of the eye lens, then on change its focal length. When the muscles are relaxed, the lens becomes thin. See, it's very important thing here. When the muscles are relaxed, the lens becomes thin. Thus, its focal length is increases. So, what will happen here? This enables us to see distant objects clearly. That means, when the ciliary muscles are relaxed, the eye lens becomes very thin. The eye lens becomes very thin and the focal length is increases. Then we have to observe the distant objects clearly. See the next one. When you are looking at objects closer to the eye, the ciliary muscles contract, the increases the curvature of eye lens. The eye lens then become thicker. Consequently, the focal length of eye lens decreases. This enables us to see near objects clearly. That means the focal length is decreases and the eye lens becomes thicker and increases the radius of the curvature of the lens. Then we have to observe a nearby the objects. See here, there are two different lenses here. One is the eye lens is thin from the above diagram and the below diagram is eye lens is thick. So this is the shape of the eye lens. The radius of the curvature is one is decreases and the radius of the curvature is second one is increases. So whenever radius of curvature is decreases, we can observe the objects at infinity. And whenever eye lens is thick and radius of curvature is increases, we observe the objects at nearby the lens. Clear? So very rare and it's very important thing it is. Whenever eye lens is thin and focal length is increases and the objects at infinity. When the eye lens is thick, the radius of the focal length is decreases and the object is nearby the lens. See, the ability of the eye lens to adjust its focal length is called accommodation. So accommodation means the ability of the eye lens to adjust the focal length is called accommodation. Which one is adjust the focal length? Ciliary muscles. They adjust the focal length. So that is called an accommodation. However, the focal length of eye lens cannot be decreased below a certain minimum limit. Try to read a printed page by holding it very close to your eyes. You may see the image being blurred or feel strain in the eye. So let us you observe any printed material you saw nearer by the eyes, the letters are blurred. So we can't see properly to read the letters. So why it is? Because of we can see the about 25 centimeters. That means the contact between eye lens and the letters, the distance between these is 25 centimeters. We can observe clearly. So that's why here is given, to see an object conformably and distinctly, you must hold it about 25 centimeters from the eyes. So the minimum distance at which objects can be seen most distinctly without strain is called least distance of the distinct vision. So here 25 centimeter is the least distance and the maximum distance is infinity. Maximum distance is infinity. So it is also called the near point of the eye, that is 25 centimeter. So 25 centimeter is also called the near point of the eye. For a young adult with normal vision, the near point is about 25 centimeters and the far away point is infinity. So the farthest point up to which the eye can see objects clearly is called the far point of the eye. So it is infinity for a normal eye. You may note here a normal eye can see objects clearly that are between 25 centimeters and infinity. So the normal eye seeing between 25 centimeters and infinity, we can see the objects clearly. See here, the eye accommodates for close vision by the tightness the ciliary muscles, allowing the pliable crystalline lens to become more rounded. So one is thin and one is thicker. So one is thin means weak and ciliary muscles are very relaxed. Very relaxed. If it is very thick means the ciliary muscles are contract. The ciliary muscles are contract. So the lens is rounds to greater extent to the close vision. So here thinner means far vision, thicker means close vision. So there is a distinct vision and close vision. Are you understand? Distinct vision, close vision. Distinct vision means lens is thin. Close vision means lens is thicker. Simply, see, he is given here. The light rays from distant objects are nearly parallel and do not need as much refraction bring them to a focus. There is a distinct vision. But close vision is here. The light rays from close objects diverges and require refraction for focusing. So these are two differences. One is, if it is distinct vision means it is very parallel line can be created. It does not refraction. But in close vision there are divergent and it's require a reflection of focusing. So that's why, since sometimes the crystalline lens of people at old age becomes milky and cloudy, the condition is called cataract. This causes partial or complete loss of vision. It is possible to restore vision through a cataract surgery. Cataract surgery. So whenever we have in old age persons, they are unable to see the 25 centimeters to infinity objects are not vision clearly. They have loss of vision. So that's why it is possible to restore vision through a cataract surgery. So that surgery we have to be applying a lens. That means the power of lens. So how much power they want to able to see the objects in certain distance or near by the objects or far away from the objects. That means near by the lens and far away from the lens. What make it is? So if it is far away from the objects is not clearly vision, they have a far sightness. If it is nearby the objects is not clear vision, they have a near sightness. Clear? So now see here, why do we have two eyes for vision and not just one? If we have two eyes, but our vision is one. How it is possible? See, there are several advantages of our having two eyes instead of one. It gives a wider field of view. A human being has horizontal field of view about 150 degrees with one eye and about 180 degrees with two eyes. The ability to detect faint objects is of course enhanced with two detectors instead of one. That means whenever we closed one eye, we can see the horizontal position of the 0 to 150 degrees. 0 to 150 degrees. 150 degrees. If both eyes are open, we can see the 0 degrees to 180 degrees. So that is the comparison between the vision of one eye and two eyes. So here the horizontal position of the our eye vision is total 180 degrees. But here some animals, usually prey animals, have their two eyes positioned on opposite sides of their heads to give the widest possible field of view. It means is a quietly contact between human beings and animals. But our two eyes are positioned on the front of our heads and this reduces our field of the view in favor of what is called stereopsis. Stereopsis. Shut one eye and wall looks flat two-dimensional. Keep both the eyes open and wall takes the third dimension of depth. Because our eyes are separated by few centimeters, each eye sees a slightly different image. Our brain combines two images into one. Our brain is the two images into one. So that's why we have to see only one vision. Using the extra information to tell how close a far away things are, we can able to see the objects clearly for the two dimensional in one image. Understand? Let's see the power of accommodation. The definition of the power of accommodation is the power of accommodation of the eye is the able to adjust its focal length so that it observes the distant objects as well as nearly objects clearly. Ciliary muscles gives the eye the power of accommodation. Power of accommodation. That means we can observe the distant objects as well as nearly objects clearly. The ciliary muscles gives the power of the accommodation. The normal power of eye for a normal person lag in between 25 centimeters and infinity. So the normal eye of the power is the starting is, that means minimum is 25 centimeters and maximum is infinity. So we are able to see the normal person is able to see the all the objects in between 25 to infinity. See the power of lens. The power of lens to converge the rays of light falling on it, it can also defined as P. That means the power of lens. It may be have a converge of the rays of light falling on it. So it is denoted by P. P is equals to 1 by F. Here P is power of length. Here F is focal length. So the power is, the SI unit of power is diopter. Dioptre. So 1 diopter is equals to 100 centimeters. So the power of lens is reciprocal of its focal length and diopter is the SI unit of the power of lens. So this is lens power. See, we can do a problem is we can find the maximum power of accommodation. Maximum power of accommodation of a human normal eye. The distance of normal eye can we see up to 25 centimeters. Therefore, I can focus an image at a distance of 25 centimeters. So F is equals to 25 centimeters. See here, we have to find the maximum power of accommodation. We know the power of lens. P is equals to 1 by F. 1 by F. Here P makes a unit is 1 diopter. P is 1 diopter. Now given F is equals to 25 centimeters, that means normal distance. We know 1 diopter is equals to 100 centimeters. 1 diopter is equals to 100 centimeters. Therefore, P is equals to 1 by FD. That means 1 by F diopter. So 100 by, that means 1 diopter by F, that is equals to 100 by 25. 100 by 25. Then 25 ones, 25 fours. That is equals to 4 diopter. That is equals to 4 diopter. Since we here 1 diopter is conversion to 100 centimeters. 100 centimeters. So that's why then for diopter can goes to 4 diopters. That means 400 centimeters. Therefore, the normal I power of accommodation is 4 diopter. 4 diopter. So this is the normal maximum power of accommodation is 4 diopter. Thank you.